This creation is not what I dreamt for it. You have brought it into a final chaos. I gifted you throughout the ages so many warnings and tried to mend you back to my dream for you. But you kept rebelling and wanting to impose your distorted visions upon my Holy One that is the tree of life. I waited for so long to have you back into my dwelling back home in the East so that we could together create a new world which would be reflected in union in me and love for each and every one of you. You followed and worshipped your dreams, your false idols, the El, and turned your back away from me. Why? Why are you so afraid of love and so ready to espouse hate? Why? Why are you so willing to participate in depraved distortions of who I really am and create hell on earth? Why? Everything was made ready to bring all of you back to my holy house, in the EastGate, if heaven where I dwell eternally. You just worship yourselves and images like yourselves. You don't understand love. I have come to be amongst you and experience this world on occasions, hoping by that act to bring my children to trust oneness. Why do you always reject unity and fight for division? A moment has come where, because of your destruction of love and the loving environment you were and are gifted, that I need to consider that we have all failed in reuniting ourselves as one family. I cannot sustain this dream any longer in such an imbalanced state. I shall not fight you. You are already doing it to yourselves. I have said all that needed to be said for now, but you stayed deaf, you heart closed, you vision blind, and this cannot be anymore. It is for that reason that I shall let your desires prime over my dream and remove myself again in perception from your creation. And as you cry and implore my help, I shall be deaf and blind, and my heart closed to your supplications. Lest you finally turn around from your empty and cruel dreams and face love as my family, in which case I will open my holy house and take you back into our dwelling. Do not postpone your gathering yourselves from being exiled from me and sent to the west or the pit, because you have little time left to dream any dream which does not focus on my unity as the one. This year, in your perception of time, 2022, I shall show you the consequences of what you have done and who you have become. A great number of beautiful souls have already left and disembodied. I took them back home to the East because I wanted to spare them of what can unfold when love is neglected. Ancient EL forces bent on chaos and evil have infiltrated most of my creations, thinking that by doing so, I would let them take hold of my abode and they could call themselves gods. This was for the EL to be their last and final conquest, their desire and ability to take over the one mind who created all and everything, including them. Their arrogance and pride know no boundaries. Why have so many of you succumbed to the EL lure and falsehoods? Their power is but wind, their dreams turned into nightmares for all to share and experience, their bickering and division as symbol of what the EL are and shall always will be. I shall not fight the EL anymore, they will fight each other and thenceforth disappear from my holy mind. The EL were born, as everything else is, out of love, but the EL have only desired to experience and propagate hate. And as such the EL do not belong anymore in any parts of my holy mind and shall not be ever revived. This is the end of a very experimental phase where I allowed the illusion of division and separation to take on dimensions which even surprised myself. This is the beginning of a new phase where my nature and my desires shall be the only direction of all creations and all creatures. This is the end of the last and final rebellion. The EL shall be uprooted by their roots, never to be recreated again. To all the pure of hearts, my true children, I promise to extract you from this prison in which you are now dwelling and bring you intact to my holy place, holy of holies, where I dwell for eternity.